Well, here's a tutorial about the LCD lights that I'm going to loan you. So this is a light stand. You're pretty familiar with that. You know how to fold those up. Let me go ahead and tilt this up right here. So the lights come in a box like this one right here. I just found this box, so make sure you can see that okay. The LCD lights, I really like them because they're not fragile like the fluorescent ones. It's a cheap Chinese brand. I got two different kinds, and it's worth noting. This one has an XLR input. It's a 4-pin XLR, not for microphones. Anyway, that's the power cord. And there's the on-off switch, and it also features individual switches so you can turn off different banks of lights to dim it. So you could have just one on and it's alternating stripes so they're not all clustered at one end. I'm just going to leave them all on. Plus it features a dimmer so you can just, gradually lower the intensity of light. It's nice because it doesn't change color temperature. So unlike a quartz light, the dimmer they get, the yellower they get. So this is pretty handy. It's got barn doors, and when you put it away, always make sure that the long ones fold in first. You can see it's just a big array of LED lights, and these are chrome plated so they reflect light into the shot a little bit better. So remember, when you're putting them away, put the long ones in first and then close the short ones. It seems to work better. It keeps from damaging the brackets and stuff on there. Now to mount it to the stand, both lights are identical on this point. Here's the stand adapter, and tilt this up so you can see it a little better. You just slip this over the 5/8" spud on the top of the stand, tighten that up, and you'll notice it's got kind of a big hot shoe looking male end right there. So what you do is, actually on all four sides it features this, but you'll probably be using the bottom. So it's got a square hole and then a slot that goes through there. Just place that square hole over this bracket like so, and then slide it into place and twist it so it's facing forward or either direction you want, and then just tighten up that thumb wheel underneath there, and that's what holds it onto the stand. And then you can just flip this down, open these up. You can adjust the tilt by this handle right there. Once it gets tight, you can pull the handle out and readjust its position so it doesn't get in the way. So you can tilt it any way you want to, like that. But you could also mount it on the sides if you want the light to go vertically for some reason. Now the power cord on this one is a 2-piece deal. And it's just like a computer cord, 3-prong AC to what looks like would go in the back of a tower computer. Now it's not going to plug directly into this one. This one actually runs on 12 volts. So what you're going to do is get this little block that's got the power XLR and stick that in there like that, and then plug this cord in, and this just goes into the wall. It's a great light. That was the first one that I got like this. The second one that I bought was even cheaper. It just has the dimming with the switches, and you just plug the cord straight into this and it plugs onto the wall. So identical unit for everything else, same color, same intensity and everything else. So that's how you use the LEDs. Be sure everything goes back in the bag and no problems.